What up, Clipper Nation? Show starting in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We're back. Back to backs everywhere. Honestly, this was one of those what day is it weeks. I don't know what's going on, but that's all right. It is good to be at the Dome. Thank you.
I think she's sort of in that sort of corner.
Check, check. No, guys, the Chris Dundee injury is not serious. Coach Lou specifically said that earlier. He's good. Welcome into Clippers Countdown. As your 24-19 LA Clippers are in Game 4 of this 4 games in 5 nights stretch, the first one in the NBA in the last 2 seasons, and the Clippers are the team with the challenge of overcoming it. And tonight they'll host a team with the worst record in the league in the 6-36 Washington Wizards, who aren't about to wave a magic wand and flip their record around to make it a winning one exactly. But the Clippers aren't playing their record. It's not a game played on paper, and they have part of the 450 best players in the world on their team, and the Clippers know all too well it can be anyone's night, no matter who is available, as they came up just short-handed against the Boston Celtics last night, even while not having Kawhi, Norm, James Harden, Ivica Zubac, Chris Dunn, Nico Batum. It still went into OT, and the Clippers would fall by 4. But the way this team fought against Boston, down that many players, tells you exactly what they're made of. A bunch of guys that refuse to lose and do not give in, and you know they are looking to bounce back tonight, especially with Kawhi Leonard and the crew back in the fold. Tip-off here at Intuit Dome between the Clippers and Washington Wizards is just about 61 minutes away. Coming up here in the pregame show, we'll have La Murray of The Athletic. Assistant Coach B. Shaw will also be here, but up next, it's your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. He's probably still doing it. Let's do a rewind right here. Oh, wait, no, here comes Carlo. I'll ask him. All right, let's get into Clippers Rewind here. It's Did you send him, Coach?
You said Dan the interview.
Fuck. Sorry for the language, guys. A chair fell behind me on the back of mine. I was like, what? Earthquake drill? We don't need that right now. Everybody's back except for Chris Dunn, but his injury is not serious. Coach Lou emphasized that earlier in your pregame show. Good to know.
Dun, 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 dun.
I asked him about Kobe Brown.
All right, who's your player to watch? Pick it now.
Who's my player? Oh, it's James Harden.
Magic Johnson.
Pick James Harden, the guy who had 43 last time against the Wizards. Gone on a limb, why don't you?
I mean, that's why I'm picking him.
Oh my gosh,
I don't forget or forgive.
this guy.
Welcome back into Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Oslin. Tip-off between your Los Angeles Clippers and the Washington Wizards is just about 58 minutes away. Coming up, you're going to hear from assistant coach Brian Shaw. But first, let's get over to your radio voice of the Clippers on a back-to-back. It's back to Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, what's good?
Adam, what's up, man? Didn't leave here last night. Just stayed here all night, thinking about the game. No, I'm good. I'm good to
You're
be
just
here.
laying down at center court.
Yeah, I was just kind of like taking it all in.
Why'd they call that travel on Kobe Brown?
And
Why'd they call that offensive foul on Amir?
listen, the Boston Celtics are a great team, but 8 for 15 from 3 to close the game, while the Clippers are 2 for
Ooh.
10.
I didn't know it was that bad.
That bad. Clippers 2 for 10 in the fourth and overtime. Boston 8 for 15, and they lost by 4.
As long as Boston's that hot from the outside tonight, I'll let it go. But let's talk about what happened to the Clippers, because they're down 6 key guys, not just rotation guys. We're talking about their stars out there. No
Yeah.
Kawhi, no James Harden, no Norm, no Ivica Zubac. And somehow, some way, they got this game into overtime with heart, with hustle, with will, and with a bunch of guys stepping up and just expanding their games and showing what they can do out there.
It was very impressive that this team was able to fight time and time again. Felt like at moments Boston was maybe teetering on the edge of taking over the game, going on one of those runs we had seen them go on throughout the season. The one they had in the second quarter in Boston when these two teams were facing off. What was most impressive is the Clippers never allowed it to get that bad. I mean, it was at most a 9-point lead for the Celtics, and that didn't come till the overtime. The lead for the Celtics was only as big as 7 in regulation. Felt like this Clipper group showed the culture and character of their team, of their players, with the way they continued to battle time and time again against the Boston Celtics, the defending NBA champs. What an impressive showing from that Clipper group. We talked about it on air, but 82 points per game were missing for the Clippers, and they fell by 4 to the Boston Celtics.
Derrick Jones Jr. had a career-high 29 points, 12 of 20 shooting, went 4 of 7 from distance after he was just 7 of his last 35 from the. We talk about positives even in a loss. A guy like that getting to show what he can do. I mentioned it post-game, but I feel like with his offensive game that we're seeing with the Clippers, maybe he was underutilized as a member of the Dallas Mavericks. He's showing off the full repertoire and probably got back into rhythm from distance last night.
He really did. I mean, able to knock down 4 threes for the 3rd time this season. And what I was so impressed with, Adam, was his Colts post-game saying that the coaching staff is wanting me to be more aggressive. They want me to go to the hill. They want me to get to the rim. They want me to shoot the 3-ball. And he believes and trusts in shot. He's working a lot with Jay Larinaga, one of the Clippers' assistants, who is, of course, built these new rims that he's welded and put onto the top. So Derrick,
like carnival rims.
Yeah. So Derrick can work on his jumper, whether it's putting too much arc, putting more arc, and figuring out a way to continuing to refine and retune that jumper. And I think we saw it at its peak powers in the last game. 4 for 7, a career high in points, and a quarter a career high for points in a game for Derrick Jones Jr. It was just so effective to watch him go to work the entire night for the Clippers.
I thought Kevin Porter Jr. also had one of his best games of the season. A season high 26 points, 12 of 21 shooting. You talk about Derrick Jones Jr. getting it going in that first quarter with 17 points. Well, Kevin Porter Jr. had half of his points in the third quarter alone, was just carrying the Clippers. And it wasn't just if he was scoring, it wasn't just if he was passing. He was balancing both.
Yeah.
He was finding ways to wreak havoc against the defense by getting downhill, getting two on the ball, finding others, or taking tough jump shots he was able to get to go. It just showed what type of talent he can be out there.
His ability to be able to create something out of nothing is almost nobody on this team besides maybe Kawhi Leonard and James Harden do it better than Kevin Porter Jr. And their ability to be able to create one-on-one in tight windows. I mean, just to get downhill and then a couple of deflections late. Whenever Kevin Porter Jr. needed to take that matchup very personally with Jaylen Brown, hopefully he can continue to find on a consistent basis, because he was clapping on the defensive end. He was pointing left and right. He was trying to get deflections and steals. Really felt like, as much as his offense was so impressive, I thought, Adam, he showed more pride with his defense in that game than we've seen all season, clamping up two of the best stars and really the finals MVP. Jaylen Brown only gets 25 points in that game. And for a game in which KPJ was doing a lot of the defense on him because Derrick Jones Jr. was guarding Jason Tatum, impressive stuff from KPJ. Somebody that Ty Lue, Ivica Zubac, James Harden has all spoken about how, yes, we knew he could score the basketball, but his defense has been even more impressive to start the season.
Yeah, he accepted the challenge last night. I think he had a steal where he baited them on an inbounds play on the near sideline. It was just really impressive. You're right. Two-way play last night from KPJ. It's always two-way play, of course, with Amir Coffey, but last night also showing off the offensive repertoire and just the ability to get past his man, get tough layups. Also, of course, the shooting. He always has that little turnaround fadeaway from about 10 feet out. Sometimes it looks awkward, but he gets it to go. It's effective all the same.
It really is. I mean, Amir Coffey got downhill. He got to the rim. He was able to knock down threes. And I think, Adam, more than ever, we've seen him find his specific lane in this offense, and that's getting ahead of the defense, pushing the pace, helping this team play a lot faster by getting downhill and attacking the rim. That's been most impressive. Amir Coffey has a clear defined role with that second unit, and that's to speed things up with them, able to beat the defense down. He's already averaged a career high in dunks in a season. We've only played 42. This will be 43 games tonight for this Clipper team. And so for Amir Coffey and the Clippers, he's doing what they want. They want to play faster. They want to get ahead of the defense. We've seen it, Adam. They have a lot of success this year when they play those faster teams. Amir Coffey really leading the charge every single night. Top 3 in the NBA in points per game off fast break. He has been dominant for the Clippers this season in transition.
Yeah, he's tough in transition. Just ask LeBron James with that left-handed dunk he had against him last Sunday. Clippers tonight here at Intuit Dome, taking on the Washington Wizards. Tip-off is just about 52 minutes away. We'll let Carlo go for now. He's on the call, but up next, he's got to talk with assistant head coach Brian Shaw right here on Clippers Countdown on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. We get you another one at halftime. Come on now. Okay. Zoom glasses. I'm surprised he's going goggles, not mask.
Dude, I like it. What if he actually hits free throws tonight with this? He's going to have to keep the glasses on. It's going to be like Reggie vision. Wait, that's that's Jake's player to watch, Ivica Zubac.
I like that pick, actually. This is a good pick. All right, well, if you're picking James, Jake's picking Zoo.
You're not taking Kawhi.
I'm going Kawhi.
You're not taking Kawhi.
I am.
That's illegal.
I am. I'm doing
That's
it.
a form of tampering, actually.
I'm doing it. Try to stop me.
Guys.
Yeah, when did he make the rules? That's a good point, Jake. When did he make the rules?
I just did.
Exactly.
Oh, he just did.
He just did. Scary.
The hammer of justice has been laid down and smacked.
Look, this ain't a velvet hammer either.
He made the rules right now.
Guys, we're live. All right, we don't have to pull back the curtain this much
Yeah, we do.
with your endless mocking of me.
Wow.
Wow,
Wow.
the guy that mocks
you
us
see
like,
the
like
bullying?
You, like you don't give it right
Yeah,
back.
Clipper
you're a
Nation, do
bully.
you see the bullying?
Every single night.
They're trying to put me in the fetal position again.
yeah, but your backhanded compliments are way more than ours, and they're not compliments, by the way.
Dude, that kid wearing glasses meeting Zoo with his glasses must be stoked.
I would be happy. I would fanboy out right now
I'd
myself.
be like, heck yeah.
I would fanboy right now, and I'm 48 years old.
Dog.
I didn't know you were that old, dude. You look good.
I'm old. Thanks, man.
That was a nice compliment, I
No,
thought.
I know. I appreciate it. It's rare. I'm
After
not
you
used
just
to it.
saying, "Oh, I give his backhanded ones."
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Jonathan
Called-
Ing
called
says
you old.
Adam is still a hater, Carlo. I concur with you. Clippers taking on the Wizards tonight here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Oslin. Tip-off is just about 49 minutes away. Still to come. We're going back in time in Clippers Rewind. But first, we'll head back over to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. There was Carlo Jimenez pregame with assistant coach Ryan Shaw as we're just 45 minutes away from tip-off here at Intuit Dome. Clippers taking on the Washington Wizards And up next, here on Clippers Countdown, we're going back in time and Clippers Rewind right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
What an interview.
Honestly, I couldn't hear. 570 is really low in my ear. I don't know. The interview was, the commercials aren't as low. I had trouble hearing it. It's not your fault. It's my ears. Why don't you check out Golden State score? I know what you're interested in. Hey, I got a question for you. What's up with ever since TikTok came back? I take videos that says can't post because it's 1080.
Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I work for the Clippers, man.
Wait a second. If I try to post this, look what happens. Videos are over 1080p are currently not over.
I haven't seen that.
Check your settings, bro.
Videos over 1080p. Like, well, I can't post something recorded in 4K now.
I guess not, man.
I didn't even know I could record in 4K. I didn't know there was an option.
Really?
You see, guys, I asked Carlo, the TikTok wizard, and
I'm not the
no
TikTok
help.
wizard.
No help.
Joe Vinyl.
Oh, thank you for the shirt tie compliment. You guys want to see what Carlo's wearing?
Blue on blue, baby.
Guess he thought it was casual Friday, but
I'm wearing a suit and tie. There's really not much casual about this. You know, this might be considered casual when Adam was a youngster in the 1800s, but today this is regular.
these youngins need to respect their elders. I'm going to tell you that right now. They got a lot to learn. Break your neck. Clippers taking on the Wizards here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland. Tip-off is just 43 minutes away. Welcome back in. Coming up, we'll get to your player to watch. But first, we're going back in time in Clippers Rewind. Back to December 9th of 2017. Over 6 years ago, Star Wars Episode 8. Over 7 years ago. The Last Jedi was at the top of the box office. Not my favorite. Definitely not Carlos. He's a big Episode 1 guy.
Live.
Rockstar by Post Malone and 21 Savage was at the top of the Billboard charts. And the Clippers needed a big shot late against who? The Washington Wizards. Really miss working with Brian Seaman some days. That was a great call. Clippers would win by 1. Big shot from Sweet Lou Williams, who finished with 35 in that game winner to give the Clippers the 113-112 victory at Staples over the Washington Wizards. Gallinari had 25 as well. That was back in 2017. Coming up next, we'll get to your player to watch. I'm Adam Osland. Clippers and Wizards tonight here at Intuit Dome. Second night of a back-to-back. This will complete the 4-5. First time that's happened in the NBA over the last 2 seasons. At least that's what Carlo Jimenez told me, so I do believe it in this case. More Clippers Countdown next, right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Guys, I might have to unsubscribe. Brian Seaman does have amazing hair. Big Bro didn't like that comment. You got hair, you just never let it grow. My guy's stuck with the military cut.
The women love bald heads.
Bald is beautiful.
Saying.
If you're Kelly Slater. I'm just playing, dog.
I'm glad you make yourself laugh because I'm not.
Wow. I was just joshing. You look good. It looks good. It's clean.
I know that's why I do it. But thank you, I guess.
What's that, Daniel? Yeah. What do you mean? Like there's segregation between the radio and TV broadcast? Like this is how it always is. Yeah, well, let me tell you something. We're all together here at Intuit Dome. Clippers taking on the Washington Wizards here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 39 minutes away. Welcome back. I'm Adam Moslem. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. And you know what? While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Coming up, we'll have La Murray on from The Athletic, but first. Don't know if you guys remember this, but earlier this season, James Harden had 43 points against the Wizards in D.C. And he just had a day off yesterday. I think he needed it. Didn't look quite right against the Chicago Bulls. Now, James Harden has talked about in the past losing a rhythm when he doesn't play back-to-backs, when he doesn't play enough consecutive games out there, throws off his timing sometimes. Well, interested to see what he looks like tonight against a team he dropped 43 points on this season in the Washington Wizards. That was a road game tonight here at Intuit Dome. The Clippers have James Harden and quite a few players back, but James Harden will be my player to watch. Coming up next, your injury report. I'm Adam Osland, and this is Clippers Countdown as we get set for the Clippers taking on the Wizards here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is 37 minutes away, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Hey, 2 days does count as time off for this Clippers team. That's a long time off for them because they did play a lot of games. Yeah, they play Saturday against Milwaukee. Can't believe Daniel thought they separated us from TV.
Yeah. Is that you up there?
Together forever. Ask Jake.
That is a big box of popcorn.
Said they got you at the top for hockey.
Are you going to share it?
Yeah, I'm all the way up, bro.
Are you talking about Adam's beard?
Okay, with the Mickey Mouse. I see the Mickey Mouse.
Oh no. Okay, sorry. That's what we're talking about.
Well, what were you going to say about Adam's beard?
God, just wondering this.
Was that a slight? Was that a shot?
Just wondering. Yeah.
Chat, did you hear that? Not everybody can be clean shaven like T1000 over here. Carlo Jimenez. Look at this guy. Look at this baby face.
I'm riding this baby face for life.
Take full advantage of that.
Daniel West asked, "Is it by choice?"
No, not really. I can't grow a beard. So.
No. It looks like you got a 5 o'clock shadow coming in.
No. Wow. Well, you are pretty good looking, Daniel.
Clippers taking on the Washington Wizards here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Mosland. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. Coming up, we'll have La Murray on from The Athletic, but first, your injury report. Outside of Chris Dunn, who's still out with a knee injury, but it's not thought of as serious. We heard that from Coach Lou pregame. Everybody else is back tonight. Oh, no, PJ Tucker as well for the Clippers, of course. He's away from the team. As for the Washington Wizards, they are without Marvin Bagley tonight. No Malcolm Brogdon as well. Foot injury for him. Sadiq Bey, he has been out for some time with a knee injury. Clippers, Wizards, from Intuit Dome, where the Clippers can go 2-2 in this 4 in 5 games. Four games in 5 nights, I should say. First time in 2 years this has happened in the NBA. And, of course, it was because of the circumstances going on with the fires in Los Angeles. Clippers have found a way to put themselves in a position where they can go 2-2 in 4 games in 5 nights. Why is that so difficult for me? 4 and 5. Tip off 33 minutes away. Coming up next, we got La Murray here on Clippers Countdown, live from Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Mosland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
What day is it? I don't know what day it is, Adam. Guys,
should I put Carlo in timeout?
oh, it's La Murray.
I listened to you earlier on that show today. What was that, NBA Access? That YouTube show, NBA Access today? What was it you went on? All City? Yeah. It was good. What were you drinking? What were you drinking? Grab Carlo's seat. Grab Carlo's seat in these headphones. Carlo can stand. I said Carlo can stand, and Jake looked at me and said, "You should be."
I said you're so mean, but you're right.
Guys, we got La Murray coming up next. Here's the proof. My guy's looking good in the orange. My favorite Ninja Turtle, Michelangelo. That's what made orange my favorite color. Hey, what's up with you? Are you a retro gamer? I've always wanted to ask you that.
Yeah, sometimes depends on what retro means.
I have an NBA Jam arcade 1-up. So, it's like downsized. It's like half as small as the original cabinet used to be, but it's still 4-player, and you can play people online.
Yeah.
I got a modded Xbox, original Xbox, homebrewed, everything on there.
Uh-huh.
I didn't do it. Somebody else did it and gave it to me. I don't know.
You know that game taught me the game, right?
Which game?
NBA Jam taught me that, I'm only here because of NBA Jam.
This is the way. I just recently beat it on the hardest level.
Hey.
Clippers taking on the Washington Wizards. Here at Intuit Dome, second night of a back-to-back after the Clippers fell by 4 in OT to the Boston Celtics. Tip-off. Clippers and Wiz 31 minutes from now. Wizards coming up. We'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard, but joining the show right now is La Murray of The Athletic. At La Murray, the and you. We were just talking off-air, La. Who's your NBA Jam go-to team?
Oh, man, I ain't had no damn go-to team.
Oh, so that's how skilled you are. You're not like that guy in Street Fighter that always has to use Ryu.
Oh, I'll tell you what, in Street Fighter, I'll always like him more than Ryu. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
I like my hurricane kicks to get multiple hits in. Yeah.
That's the difference. He's an American as well. Okay, fair enough. I love going Chris Jackson, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, and Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh, you pre-tournament edition NBA Jam.
No,
See,
no,
that's
no, no,
before my
no.
time.
The original, okay, they have updated the rosters a little bit and they change over, and I don't know what it is, but I got an arcade one-up NBA Jam system, guys, so we were talking about that a little bit off the air. Okay, back to the Clippers. Build the best NBA Jam lineup. No, I think we know what that would be. But this team last night, I was very impressed, as impressed as I could be in a loss. Some were saying this is the best loss in franchise history, considering the guys that were out, the team they were facing. How did you feel about it?
I just felt like it was another one of those games that we've seen time and time again. Like I've seen the Clippers play shorthanded so many times, not just under T. Lue either. Like Doc Rivers had a culture of getting guys to compete no matter who those five guys were who were starting and who those nine guys were who got to play overall. And I mean, you have to at some point have some pride. Like they went to Boston in November, played terrible basketball. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it was because of game plan mistakes. Like the Celtics hit 12 threes in the second quarter. And I feel like a lot of people, they look and it's like, oh, it's a 3-point shooting contest. But teams have a way of understanding how a team wants to be comfortable and taking that away or just permitting them to be comfortable. In November, they permitted the Celtics to get to every spot that they wanted to get to, especially in that second quarter. That didn't happen in last night's game. They were more physical. They took things away. It, yes, the Celtics still made a lot of threes. They took a lot of threes, but what was impressed me is that the Clippers survived the offensive performance of Boston early, and there's been so many times where the Clippers had these scoring droughts, no matter who's playing, and that eliminates them in a game. But they didn't score for 6 minutes in that fourth quarter and forced overtime anyway. That was incredibly impressive to me that they kept playing, that they stayed in that game somehow, that they gave themselves a chance. And they did it with basically five guys, like Kevin Porter Jr., Terrence Mann, Amir Coffey, Derrick Jones Jr., and Kobe Brown were the only ones to play 20 minutes, I believe, in that game. So big shout out to those guys. They should have fouled Queta at the end and gave themselves the wall a chance, the arena a chance. But it's pro basketball, and those guys showed up.
Specifically Derrick Jones Jr. I mean, he has showed off more of a game with this Clippers team. We talked about it earlier in the season, but he was looking in the mid-range. I think it was the game in Seattle, actually, in the preseason against the Blazers, where he had a mid-range jumper, a little fall away, and everybody was like, oh, I didn't know he had that in him. But he was in a big-time shooting slump from the outside. Last night, he goes 4 of 7. He has a career-high 29 points, 17 points in the first quarter. It just seems like he has more to offer out there. Do you think that is just another one of these guys the Clippers bring in that's a grinder and continues to work on his game?
Every time we have practice, we see Derek working on his shot in the corner, working on that crazy rim that Jay Larranaga built. We know that he loves to be in the gym, and I had the story with him last month where we got to really talk about his journey a little bit, where he got to this point when we were in Dallas together. So I know he loves the game, and I know he has had some success and then kind of hasn't done everything to maintain that success. And now he's at a point where he's not taking anything for granted, right? And so I loved his first shot of the game last night. His first shot was a pull-up mid-range jump shot. And that's not been in Derek's shot profile this season. I know you mentioned the preseason. During the regular season, he hasn't really had success with that, but he hit a shot like that last week against when he was in Portland. That's his first shot. Then he goes on to hit a couple of threes. Next thing you know, dude's got 17 first quarter points. And it wasn't just the points. He was rebounding. He was active around the basket. He was facilitating, making the right play. He showed that he can do more when he's aggressive and confident. And that's, two of those three things, what I'm saying? You got to have skill. But, like, if you're playing hard and you're playing with the right intent, right, and then you had the confidence and you've seen some success, you've seen the ball go in the basket, it changes how you play. And I was very impressed with his performance, but he wasn't very impressed with his performance, and that's what is really exciting.
Yeah, he is driven, a perfectionist out there. Have you seen progress with KPJ? I know he had a big game last night. That third quarter where he had 13 of his 26 points. Some people were saying, well, that's KPJ. He can do that. He can score and fill it up on a bad team. That's basically him on the Houston Rockets again. But I felt like there was some balance between his scoring and his passing out there that was keeping the defense honest. And that was special from him last night.
Yeah, I think he's progressed overall along this season. We've seen the Clippers bring some guys in who didn't play before, and then they hit a wall or they act up behind the scenes. And I haven't heard any of that from Kevin this year. And he's to me, it feels like he's been just really understanding of what his role needs to be. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to take a lot of shots, and he was in his bag last night. But at the same time, I feel like there was a game where he didn't play really well. He played obviously pretty poorly, and then he came in the next game. And I'm sorry I don't have all my games kind of lined up right now. There's a lot of them right now, but like he's done a good job of understanding that he can get off the ball and get it back. He can facilitate and make the right play more often. And so, tonight's another progression. Can he continue to do that? Can you be consistent with how you're managing the offense? You need to do that. I mean, Jaden Springer came and locked him up in the fourth quarter, but he kept playing, and eventually his team still stayed in it, and that's huge. So, even though he's played a lot of ball, this is a new staff that's getting to work with him. He's still a young player, even though he's not a developing player. That's key. Kelvin Porter Jr. is not a developmental player, but he is a young player in his prime, getting a chance to work with a coaching staff that knows what he's doing. And I feel like Kevin has done a good job of showing that he should continue to be a part of the program.
A guy who's older than him, but in just his second year, is Kobe Brown. He got run last night. He led them in the rebounding category. And I thought a lot of them, they were 50-50 type of rebounds out there. It wasn't just going right to him. It wasn't by happenstance. He got 11 boards. He was hustling out there. We talked about it with Coach Lou pregame, both asking about Kobe Brown and what he's seen. Does he have a chance to steal some minutes at the backup five? I know against Boston, that's a really good matchup for him because of his versatility out there and the way they have a lot of switchable guys. But is this something where we might see more from Kobe Brown the next few weeks?
I'm very interested to see how tonight goes because, again, you asked the question about Kobe. I was thinking about Kobe, because we didn't really ask about him last night. There's a lot to get to in the post-game scene. And, I had to look at him and be like, man, Kobe played a lot last night.
He played 38 minutes?
Not just 38 minutes, but like Mo Bamba played the first part of the second half, and you didn't see Mo Bamba again. It was Kobe out there the whole time that closed the game out. It's a lot of minutes. Terrence Mann last night, he was mentioning, man, I haven't played that many minutes, especially in a row in a while. Like, I was tired. I was like, man, I need a break. Let me get back in, And Kobe's interesting. Like, I've liked Kobe Brown even before the draft, even before he was a Clipper, because of the fact that he had to go from being a power forward to begin his time in school to his last year in Missouri, playing the five, playing five out, and playing a kind of way where you could see some, that's an NBA player if the shooting is there. And that's the thing that T. Lue told you before the game, that everyone's waiting for that to come around. I don't like Kobe Brown's arc on his shot. It's too flat. It's not a Kawhi Leonard kind of flat. It's I know this ain't going to go in flat. And, he needs to get to a point where he can compliment that shot. But that's a bigger concern if he's playing the four, because you know how the Clippers have their power forwards play. Derrick Jones Jr. or Nico Batum, or I'm coming back from being away for 6 months version of Kawhi Leonard, those are power forwards that play a certain type of way. Marcus Morris, when he was here, you're in the corner, you get a touch every now and again. And when you're playing the five on this team, You're in the middle of the floor. You're literally in a different spot geographically on the floor. And you get to do different things. And that dude needs the ball in his hands. He's a playmaker from the 5 spot, and he can grab, go, push. We asked him about Draymond before he played his first Summer League game way back in 2023. I'm excited for the possibilities of Kobe. I think his coaching staff is too. He's just got to get the right matchup. I don't think that's tonight, but perhaps we get a chance to see him over the next 10 days show that he can play some rotational minutes.
What else are you looking forward to tonight watching out there with the Clippers when you're going up against the worst team in the league record-wise, the Washington Wizards, and you got most of your guys back outside of Chris Dunn? What do you want to see from this squad tonight that would tell you they are progressing in some ways?
I need to see them play the kind of defense, and Terrence kind of tipped me to this, but they need to play the kind of defense that makes them, serious. Because even though Washington is the worst team in the league, worst on offense, worst on defense, they are still an NBA team with pros. I watched them play the Lakers Tuesday night, and for 3 quarters, they competed in that game. They still have 2 guys who won championships. And I don't think Kyle Kuzma's having a good season, but I do know that Kyle Kuzma loves seeing the Clippers. And T. Lue always looks at Kyle Kuzma as a guy who, at the very least, he's going to jet. Jordan Poole, he's a guy, we've seen him, if you don't defend him with urgency, he's going to get comfortable and he's going to make shots. And if guys are able to run, make shots, if you're going to turn the ball over and not, have a level of attention to detail, then you're going to find yourself not in a game with a 6-36 team, but against a team that has tied with you in the 3rd quarter. It's a different kind of game at that point. You don't want to give a team that has lost like every game for like 2-3 weeks straight confidence and feel like they can win a game. We've seen what that looks like. You saw the Clippers last night. All of a sudden, they weren't a team, and you're not thinking about, they're missing this player, they're missing that player. It's, Kevin's playing well. Amir is playing well. Derek is playing well. So, defend and play the kind of game that you're supposed to play. Don't look at the record. Don't look at who's playing. And if they do that, then it's going to be an easy game, and they get some rest going into Saturday night. And if not, then it's going to be a long night.
Last question quickly, because I was thinking about this earlier. Do you know what day it is? Because I'm like in a whirlwind right now with this 4 and 5. I honestly couldn't think of it earlier today.
I know that All-Star reserves get announced a week from today, and that is what I'm on from now until next week.
At Law Murray, the NU is where you find him. He measures days by the next big article on The Athletic.
I really do, though.
Law, I appreciate you, my guy.
Hey, thank you. Enjoy the games, everybody.
Coming up next, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. Clippers taking on the Washington Wizards. Tip-off is just about 17 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Oh, 6:44. All right, I'm trying to see if I had Zoo Vision up before the official Clippers Twitter had it. I had it at 6:44. They had it at 6:46. I had it first. And I put the Zoo Vision tweet up first. Come on, Carlo. Their picture was a little bit better than mine, though. If you go to @followanime, I had to zoom in from where we're seated right now. That was fun. I love Law. Almost as much as Jake. I said almost as much. How can you get mad? I didn't say more than Jake. Why is he mad? Are you mad, bro?
I'm just angry.
What did you say?
I'm just angry.
In general?
Yeah.
In general with me?
You got some good valid points today.
Oh, really?
Oh, how about that?
Don't get comfortable.
Rare occasion.
It's up to you to ruin it, though.
I could do it.
I know.
I accept the challenge.
Clipper Nation, you see the guys running out. I need the energy up. Make some noise. Give it up for Al.
Guys, here come the clips. Kobe Brown leading them out. Mo Bamba, Cam, Norm, Kai, Batum, Bones, Harden, DJ, Zoo. Where's Kawhi?
Audio Network.
Clippers taking on the Washington Wizards here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just about 16 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown. Still to come, we'll get back to Carlo Jimenez. But first, your drive around the league, and it's brought to you by Toyota's electrified lineup, including hybrids, plug-in hybrids, all electrics, and even fuel cell electric vehicles. So you can choose exactly the type you need for your lifestyle. We make it easy. Earlier in Atlanta, it was the Raptors winning 122 to 119. In the ATL, Jakob Poeltl was 17-9. Some believe he could be moved. The Trailblazers won in Orlando 101 to 79, and the Spurs would win 140 to 110 in Paris over the Indiana Pacers. Victor Wembanyama, back in the homeland, the motherland, had 30, 11, and 6 assists, and the Spurs would win by 30 over the Indiana Pacers. Right now at the half in Denver, it's the Nuggets on top of the Sacramento Kings, 74 to 52. Nikola Jokic almost a triple-double at the half, guys. He's got 11 points, 12 boards, and 8 assists. Late third quarter in Milwaukee. Clippers will see the Bucks here on Saturday. It's 94-74. Bucks on top of the Heat. Dame Dollah's got 21 and 8 assists. And last score for you, 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter in OKC. Mavericks up 5 at 99-94 on top of the Thunder. PJ Washington, Thunder Killer, 19, 17 boards, 3 steals. Mavericks by 5 with 7 minutes left in OKC. Coming up next, back to Carlo Jimenez. Clippers and Wizards tonight, and tip-off is just 14 minutes away. Here at Intuit Dome, I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
It was all a dream. I used to have friends, then Adam Osland ditched me.
Keep it going. I like this song. That's a banger, dude. Put it on rotation. Hit the repeat. The loop.
You just like it because you said your name.
Hidden talent.
I
Carlo
can
Jimenez.
make songs with your name in it easily.
Excuse me?
I can make songs with your name in it.
You better chill on that no Vaseline diss track you got for me.
I can do that off the top. I don't need to write anything.
Off the top.
Oh no, I already got like a whole verse ready for Adam right now. I'm gonna put him on a Summer Jam screen, like
You
the
got
New Yorkers
bars.
do.
Hey, drop them.
I'll make a whole song tonight and have it ready by tomorrow.
Wow.
I got the equipment at home.
You
Don't
can
mess
bring
with me.
back the Big Brother Jake podcast just for that?
I don't need the podcast. It'll just be a one-off. Hey, yo, check it. I just add them. Click link here.
You gonna release it on Tidal?
Yeah, like Kendrick. All proceeds to go to the firefighters. Now I'm down.
That's a worthy cause.
Yeah, I agree. Too lazy to write a song about you, though. I love you, though, man.
I'm not worth it.
Nah, not tonight. You know.
Oh.
But shout out Carlo Jimenez, because he brought me peppermint tea, and now my stomach feels amazing.
Let's go.
Adam wouldn't give me water if I was on fire.
I could tell you about Passenger P.
What the?
It's Paul George's nickname. I came up with that.
There's a lot of things about that guy I want to say, but I won't.
I wish him all the best.
At least you do.
Clippers take on the Wizards here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just about 11 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown. Let's get back to your radio voice with the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. All right, Carlo, this Washington Wizards team, what do the Clippers need to be aware of so they can avoid the upset?
Adam, the biggest thing with the Wizards is you got to make sure you close out the three-point shooters. They've been excellent this season at being able to knock down threes. In all the games they've been in, they've been hitting threes and also boxing out. This is a Wizards team, Adam, that had 9 offensive rebounds last time out against the Lakers. If the Clippers can be careful to be that top 5 defensive rebounding team that they've been all year long, I think they'll have a good opportunity. The biggest thing when you're playing new teams, they want to play fast. They want to make threes. They want to crash the glass. You just have to win the effort plays, and everything else should take care of itself.
I'd also recommend to put somebody on Jonas Valanciunas, who has been a Clippers killer in the past and has his career high against them.
Yes.
My Clipper to watch, though, tonight, my player to watch, that would be the bearded wonder, James Harden, who did have 43 points against the Washington Wizards earlier
You're really
this
going
season.
out on a limb.
I don't know if you guys knew that, but it was a pretty big game.
You're picking the guy who had the highest total by any Clipper against the team that he had that total on.
Let me guess, you're going to counter by picking Kawhi Leonard?
No. Yeah, I am. I'm going Kawhi. I'm going
the
Kawhi.
hesitation there.
Listen. If you're gonna pick James, I need to have some. Like I love everybody else on this team, but I gotta find some way to compete here.
Did you find it interesting? Coach Lou said pregame when asked about if Kawhi's minutes have been expanded, and he said, "I can't remember." He didn't give a definitive no, they haven't. He said, "I can't remember when it comes to his minutes."
You know what, Adam? I'll take it over a no. I will take a maybe over a no almost every single time. So hopefully for this Clipper team, that means more minutes for Kawhi. I'm interested to see how much more. We saw him go from about 20 to 24. Does that mean we see 28? Does he go 38? Probably not, but I think 28, somewhere around 28 would make sense. Hopefully he doesn't even have to play 28 tonight with the way this game goes for the Clippers, but no doubt about it, Adam, I think what will be really interesting is, let's say the Clippers are ahead by 30 and Kawhi's only at 20 minutes. Do they go play him because they're treating this like a ramp up for preseason? We might see Kawhi in garbage minutes should he just need to hit his minutes total.
I'm going to make this prediction.
Oh, no.
By Saturday, Kawhi's at 30 minutes against the Milwaukee Bucks here at Intuit Dome.
By Saturday.
By Saturday. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm wrong, it was Carlo who said it. Clippers taking on the Washington Wizards tonight.
Another lie.
Tip off just
4th of the broadcast.
8 minutes.
We haven't even started yet.
I get a double-double by the end of this.
Oh, my goodness.
Tip off is 8 minutes away. Carlo Jimenez is on the call, but up next, we'll get your keys to victory right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
This guy.
Release the Jake tapes. Jake, they're calling you Sheck West.
The Jake tapes will be elite.
You know, I got some. I got links. I can give them to you.
Jake's got some music out there, guys.
My first debut album is The Has Been That Never Was.
That is a pretty great
I
name.
got a bigbrotherjake.bandcamp.com.
That's fire.
The has been that never was. That's pretty great.
That never was.
That's pretty great.
It sums up my radio career and my love life.
Ooh.
So, you know, straight bangers.
Wait, are you saying you're single for the people out there, or? You don't answer. Don't answer.
Carlo put me on.
It's okay. Don't answer. Don't answer.
I could answer it for
Don't
you.
answer.
I am single as a Pringle.
Yeah, but those Pringles stack.
So I got a chance?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
You saying there's a chance?
Yes.
Matter of fact, I was hoping you would ask.
Yes.
Even with that tie?
Tie is fire. That's a fire tie. That's a business tie.
Tie is elite, bro.
He comes with business. He means business.
You're dressed up like you're going to a funeral, my boy.
Wow. Maybe it's going to be one for the Washington Wizards tonight.
Oh, nice comeback.
My. I'll wear black tie, black shirt with you. White shirt, just text me.
One
get
day,
mad.
One day I'm going to show up with a suit on.
We can do
I'm not
it.
even playing.
I won't. You might as well wear camouflage because I won't be able to see you with the suit on.
What's that mean?
Are we coming back, Daniel? Are we coming back from break? I just mean I wouldn't recognize you, dog.
Okay, good save.
Have you guys seen the Tim Duncan clothing line that Big Brother Jake Warner likes to wear?
Adam's on fire today.
Oh, it's self-proclaimed.
Hey, don't worry. It is self-proclaimed. I'm going to show up with a suit one day and look fly. Y'all going to be like, damn.
Who's that lady? Who's that lady? Secret lady. Clippers taking on the Wizards here at Intuit Dome. Tip off just about 5 minutes away. Let's get to your keys to victory. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code KLAC to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Clippers only had 13 turnovers first time around against the Washington Wizards in a big victory in D.C. earlier this season where James Harden had 43. Got to take care of the basketball, and the rules are a little bit reversed tonight. Tonight, the Clippers are the hunted. The Wizards are the underdogs. They're not supposed to win this game, just like the Clippers last night against the Boston Celtics, and they pushed them to the brink, losing by 4 in overtime. So they have to be aware. The roles have been reversed. The shoe is on the other foot tonight, and the Wizards are going to come out here and play hard. All right, here we go. It's Carlo Jimenez on the call. Clippers and Wizards from Intuit Dome, and tip-off is coming up next right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Talk to you post-game, chat.
We love you, chat.
Love you, chat.
I turned it off. I'm just kidding. I loved you first, chat.
I
and
don't-
You know this.
I don't understand how we made it to the All-Star break and not killed Adam yet. I don't understand. That's some patience, man. I've gotten